As the holidays come to a close, let's begin 2020 with this new season of giving. Award season! First up, Golden Globes. Get that Hollywood gold, baby!
But these are important, these awards.
Sure, Jen.
This is huge.
On this IMDbrief, we break down the snubs and surprises of the 2020 Golden Globes nominations. Moments after the Hollywood Foreign Press Association announced their nominees for the 2020 Golden Globes, the headlines began to flow about women directors being shut out once again.
Did he just accuse me of anger menstruating?
No, God no! But directors like Lorene Scafaria, Marielle Heller, and Lulu Wang have plenty to be angry about, since their films, Hustlers, A Beautiful Day in the Neighborhood, and The Farewell, were all festival favorites and box office hits with a long trail of awards buzz. And that resulted in nods for their actors, but not a single one for these visionary directors.
The game is rigged, and it does not reward people who play by the rules.
These movies didn't direct themselves, people. Honey Boy director Alma Harrell held nothing back when she told Variety, "Unless we have a new category for women directors, the same way we have actor and actress categories, we won't see any changes."
Cause you don't know how good I am at what I do.
Harrell's film was at one point being considered a lock for star/writer Shia LaBeouf to receive Best Actor or Best Screenplay nods, but the film was ignored by the Globes. Only 5 women have ever been nominated for Best Director, and only one has ever won. Barbra Streisand for 1984's Yentl, and she had to play a man to win it.
Papa, can you find me in the night?
Instead, the Globes honored mostly old favorites, and old men for Best Director, including Quentin Tarantino, 9 Lifetime noms, 2 wins, Martin Scorsese, 9 noms, 3 wins, and a Cecil B. DeMille Award, Sam Mendes, 3 noms, 1 win, and Todd Phillips, who had no prior noms to the one this year, but The Hangover won Best Picture Musical or Comedy in 2010.
I mean, how does a tiger get in the bathroom? It almost killed me.
Bong Joon-ho is the only new face, and his film Parasite has been turning heads all throughout 2019. And he also got his second ever Globes nomination this year in Best Screenplay, and already took home the top prize at Cannes, the Palme d'Or.
너는 계획이 다 있구나.
Meanwhile, Golden Globes Golden Boy Martin Scorsese and his Netflix film The Irishman scored 5 noms: Best Director, Best Picture, Best Screenplay, and 2 Best Supporting Actors, Joe Pesci and Al Pacino.
Only 3 people in the world have one of these, and only one of them is Irish.
Anyway, in terms of Best Actor in a Drama, with De Niro out of competition, it'll probably be a showdown between the 2 buzziest roles, The Clown and Kylo, Joaquin Phoenix for Joker, and Adam Driver for Marriage Story.
At the end, I could tell you were pushing for the emotion.
Well, you know I can't cry on stage.
Driver's heartbreaking better half in Marriage Story, Scarlett Johansson, has made a strong appeal for Best Actress in a Drama. But she's up against months of show-stopping acclaim for Renee Zellweger, who disappeared into the role of Judy Garland.
I just want what everybody wants. I just seem to have a harder time getting it.
In the world of TV, there's mostly snubs that have people in a huff. But with more streaming platforms popping up every month, the field is almost at max capacity. I mean, Apple TV Plus only launched on November 1st, and they already scored 3 for the morning show.
And frankly, I've let you bozos handle this long enough. We are doing this my way.
Now, some would call Game of Thrones being left out of the Best Drama category a snub, but many of those same people wrote horrible reviews of Season 8. Kit Harington is the only nod, but come on, didn't Peter Dinklage, Emilia Clarke, and Drogon do most of the final season's heavy lifting?
You're right. And no one's any better for it.
Veep was also snubbed, even after Julia Louis-Dreyfus scored Best Actress noms for 5 years in a row. Early predictors had her winning for the final season, which if you watch the show, you understand why that's perfect.
Oh yeah, that's good. And then we can figure out what I mean later.
But the snubbing and surprising has only just begun. So stay glued to imdb.com/imdbrief for more golden coverage of the Globes and Oscars.